This is Tim Bryce with my column titled, Beware of the Lincoln Project. I recently received a tip from a reader regarding the Lincoln Project, a group of people claiming to be Republicans and dedicated to the defeat of President Trump in 2020. If you listen to this group carefully, they would have us believe they carry the true spirit of the Republican Party, not President Trump. Their mission, therefore, is to simply defeat President Trump and Trumpism at the ballot box. They characterize themselves as dedicated Americans protecting democracy. Frankly, I see this as a Freudian slip, as we live in a republic, not a democracy, and as such hints at their true intentions to become another political arm in support of the Democrats. I therefore describe them as Democrats in GOP clothing. All of the people connected to this project are either former political strategists who supported people like Senator John McCain or Senator Mitt Romney, or Trump administration wannabes who were rejected. They are moderates in every sense of the word who were snubbed by the White House, for good reason is my guess, but there is nothing worse than a spurned political strategist who now seeks revenge. Their website claims their group consists of prominent Republicans. Prominent? These are rhinos who are more dedicated to politics in general as opposed to a specific ideology. However, you be the judge. Here are the key people in the Lincoln Project. First, we have George T. Conway III, an attorney, but is probably best known as the husband of Kellyanne Conway, the well-known counselor to President Trump. Mr. Conway had been considered for posts in the Justice Department, including Solicitor General, but the appointment was given to someone else. His feud with the president grew from then on, which gained considerable attention due to his wife's dedication to the president. Next, we have Reid Galen. According to the Lincoln Project website, Reid, quote, is an independent political strategist. He left the Republican Party in 2016 and has spent the last 3 years dedicated to the political reform movement, creating a better system for all voters, end quote. Next, we have Jennifer Horn. Jennifer is perhaps the most conservative of the group and is a former chairman of the New Hampshire Republican Party. She was the first Republican woman in New Hampshire nominated for federal office, but lost to Democrat Paul Hodes in the general election. In 2010, she ran again, but lost the Republican primary. Next, we have Mike Madrid. According to the Lincoln Project, Mike, quote, is a Republican strategist and former political director of the California Republican Party. He serves as a senior advisor to the California Latino Economic Institute, end quote. Next, we have Steve Schmidt, a moderate Republican, now independent, who had worked on the campaigns for Senator McCain, President George W. Bush, and California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger. In May 2018, Schmidt had a problem accepting the new American embassy in Jerusalem, along with the president's immigration policies. This led him to renounce the GOP and become an independent. He now refers to the Republican Party as, quote, corrupt, indecent, and immoral, end quote. Next, we have Stewart Stevens. He was a senior strategist for Mitt Romney's 2012 presidential campaign. Next, we have John Weaver, a political consultant best known for his work on the John McCain presidential campaigns, as well as former Ohio Governor John Kasich. And finally, we have Rick Wilson, another former GOP strategist and political media consultant. Wilson is a well-known critic of the president and author of the book, Everything Trump Touches Dies. So, are these people prominent Republicans? Their names are not well known by the public, and I can hardly call them committed Republicans. No, these are rhinos who are beginning to realize the GOP has changed under Trump. It is no longer moderate and no longer accepts the Washington establishment. As to being political consultants, they are now on the outside looking in. Frankly, it is fair to say their ideology is more aligned with the Democrats, more specifically to former Vice President Joe Biden, who they have already endorsed. Why did the group use Lincoln in their name? According to their website, they liken their mission to saving the Union as Lincoln did during the Civil War, claiming President Trump is the cause of the political divide in the country. This is a mistake, as this clearly started years earlier between the Democrats and the GOP. For example, the Nixon investigation, the Clinton impeachment, the hounding of George W. Bush by the media, the weak administrations of Carter and Obama, and the divisive attitudes of Barack Obama. This historical background is conveniently overlooked, causing them to pin the sole responsibility on the president. If you read between the lines of their rhetoric, this group simply doesn't want to admit it is President Trump's personality that rubs them the wrong way, that he acts unpresidential. They obviously overlook his accomplishments. As to what type of work they perform, first we have to recognize they are nothing more than a political action committee, which means they can collect money for political activities such as writing, making videos, and supporting candidates of their choice. This is not so much designed to turn Republicans away from President Trump as much as allows them to once again play political strategists. From what I have read thus far, their work will only interest Democrats, the news media, and Romney-related Republicans, rhinos, but not true Republicans who are tired of the business as usual in the nation's capital. So what really is the Lincoln Project? Nothing more than a pact for Democrats based on sour grapes. To deal with these people properly, we must first understand their intentions, so be advised. These are Republicans unlike whom I have ever met. They should simply change their party affiliation and quit trying to fool everyone. Friends, keep the faith. This is Tim Bryce in Palm Harbor, Florida. Follow me on the internet at timbryce.com.